So I am doing my video reflection on my field experience for week 2, and I only went during 2 days of the 3 days because Wednesday they didn't do any math. During my field experience this week, on Tuesday, I got to work with the students on tanagrams, while on Thursday, the students worked on separating shapes by shapes, colors, and size, and they mainly worked with squares and triangles today. And it's obvious that they've talked about them before, because she would ask what makes a triangle special, and the kids would shoot their hands up and say that a triangle has 3 sides. Or she would ask what makes a square special, and the kids would shoot their hands up and be like, it has 4 sides. And she'd be like, yes, but so does a rectangle, so what makes a square special? And another kid would be like, it has 4 points. And she's like, well, yes, it has 4 vectors, it has 4 points, it has 4 sides, but what makes it special? All the sides are what? And the kids would say, equal. And so it's obvious that they've talked a little bit about shapes before today's lesson. And so today they worked on separating the shapes by shapes, colors, and size. She had some big ones, some small ones, and multiple colors. On both days, the students were given a 2-sided worksheet. On one side is the lesson of the day, and on the other side is a number tracing assignment with 2 empty boxes. The students would trace the number that they were working on that day, and then they would fill in the empty box with the number without tracing. And this was just to work on recognizing the number 5 or the number 4, and to write it without using the trace dots. It was really interesting to see the dynamic of a kindergarten math lesson, because it was not what I expected at all. The kids were working on counting and recognizing shapes, which is the very foundation of mathematics. On Tuesday, when the students were asked to grab the tanagrams and the placemats, they practiced before getting their worksheet. And when they got their worksheet, they had to color each shape the same color as the tanagram shape's color. And so, like, the hexagon was yellow, or the diamond was blue, or the trapezoid was red. And I thought the students would have used the tanagrams more for a reference, but they didn't use it as much as I expected them to. And so that was interesting to see. And at the end of that assignment, I asked a student, when she finished, how many blues there were, or how many yellows there were, or how many reds there were, or brown. And went through all the colors that were on the sheet. And afterwards, the teacher asked the same questions as I expected her to. And so I thought it was kind of cool that, I asked the students those questions, and then the teacher asked those questions again later to the whole class, and had the whole class talk about those questions and either raise their fingers up or count them out, or have one kid say it. And I thought it was really cool. Or she would say that there are 2 blue whats, and the kid would have to say, squares. And I thought it was really cool to see and experience especially since I didn't realize how much that they do mathematic-wise in kindergarten. So